back to another broadcast, the first of two broadcasts tonight. So, you guys may know, may not know that the other day I broadcasted the Blackpool Festival full lineup announcement, and they got kind of like some last minute good news, which meant they were going to have even more artists on at the festival than they originally thought they were going to have, and that some big like changes happened for a good reason. And
Right, actually,
they
I'm gonna head off now, so I'll see you
they
in a bit.
I'll see you in a bit. They decided that they weren't gonna announce it on the other day when I was streaming, which was Monday. And we've been announced now that today is the day that they're going to announce it. So about 7:45, they're going to announce the artists which are going to be which are going to be on the lineup for the Blackpool Festival. So it'd be like the whole lineup. So if you did miss any of the lineup, you know, missed any of the people who were on the lineup, you know, if you didn't see the stream on Monday, I'm gonna be streaming again at quarter to eight, just to announce the giveaways, not the giveaways, the lineup, the artists and the DJs, which I'm going to be quite excited for because it's obviously quite a big thing for me. I've purchased tickets in going, and stuff like that. So it's big for me because it means that stuff's actually going to happen, and it means that that it's going to start, getting more excited. There's going to be more hype about it, and stuff like that. So it should be all right. I'm quite looking forward to seeing who's on the lineup. To be honest, it's going to be quite exciting. There's going to be a lot of artists that I don't know. I don't know who's going to be there on Friday. I think they could be announcing that today as well. So it's going to be win-win. It's going to be all exciting. It's going to be all good in the hood and stuff like that. And I'm quite looking forward to seeing how this plans together. Seeing like how this comes along, like with all these artists getting announced. I know like a lot of people are hyped for this already, who enjoy going to festivals and things like that. Which do you know what I'm saying? It's the way it goes, the way it's gonna be. So right, let's go. We're going the wrong way here, guys. We're taking a very, very wrong path. Because we need to go into the SBSC arena. And what's down there, guys? Oh, what's down there? Oh, isn't this exciting for you guys? What does that look like to you? Does that look a little bit like the front of Martin's house? Well, you could possibly be right, and you actually are right. This is the front of Martin's house. This is for the Derek and Noreen show. So this house is just a made-up house. In the Derek and Noreen show, no one will ever come to this house. There's nothing. You can't get inside. It's literally just in the Derek and Noreen show when Noreen answers the door, and when I'm filming at the door, for example, I want to make it look a little bit as if there is a street out there, even though there isn't. Kind of like Coronation Street when you look through that tunnel where the tram goes above. It'd be kind of good in a way, like how they have the big picture and it makes it look like the street carries on, but it actually doesn't. It leaves the studio set. If you know what I mean. So, that's kind of the same thing with Park Drive. So, Noreen will open a door. There's a house there. There's going to be another house there. The only thing that's going to be annoying is the house next door is actually now the post office. Well, it's actually now a fish and chip restaurant. For future ideas, it's like in the middle of being transformed. But I can't remember off the top of my head exactly how it looked when it was a house, because when I built the house like nearly 2 years ago. If I'm well, a bit longer than a bit less than 2 years, about a year and probably like 4 months ago or something like that. It was kind of late-ish on in the year. It was kind of sort of possibly like June, July. August time, September maybe, when I went ahead and started constructing the houses. It was quite early on in the houses because I had quite a bit of help when I started the houses, and we were throwing them up, but I can't possibly right now remember exactly what they looked like when they were a house. And with Noreen's house, we don't actually have to build Noreen's house as if it looks like a house from the outside. All we have to specifically do is do a house, do like a wall with a door and a window. So what that technically means is, so like when you come to looking out the window, you actually see Martin's house, and then you just see like another house, and that's pretty much all you really need to see, because most of the time the show is going to get filmed inside of the house. So like it's only occasionally, like if you're doing a scene in the front room, and say if there's like I'm stood here and like say a character's possibly here, it's just so that when you look out the window you actually see a house in the background, and then you don't just see the stadium seats. You get what I mean? I'm in my city map. You're still probably going to see some of the stadium seats as it is, but then you'll just know that it's a show, won't you? Yeah.
What about the NTV studios?
What about it?
There's a lot of spare space in there.
Oh yeah, I've already got started in here. We're going good. So yeah, it's quite good. But even on Mrs. Brown's Boys, you do occasionally see like how it's like made, if you get what I mean. Like when they go wrong, you see like cameramen, and then you see like how there's kind of like just square walls for rooms, and it's not actually a square, it's not actually a fully built building. So it shouldn't be that bad, technically. I'm probably just gonna make up a house for Noreen though, because like I say, we don't need to detail the front, so as long as we do it like somewhat the same colour that the house was built in, and then we just put like a window and a door. And I think the window, I know the door was primarily a little bit more kind of diagonal to Martin's house. It wasn't like directly opposite Martin's house. Like, hi, I'm on for PD. Alright, good. Like, Noreen's door wasn't opposite Martin's door. It was a little bit to the side. So we should be able to, like, get that right. We can still kind of mark that out with the cafe that we've got now. And it should be quite good. The Derek and Noreen show should be quite good. I've got some other stuff to show you, possibly in another stream, possibly not today, because I've got like things planned with the live stream of announcing the lineup for the Blackpool Festival and recording a part drive. But my good friend Ant has a pixel art world, and I was on till quite late last night building some pixel arts on there with him, and he's got some wicked pixel arts on there, so I want to show you his, and I want to show you the ones that I've made. Mine aren't as good as Ant's. Mine are like the average, you know, not shit, but not like as good as Ant's. Like, you know, they're the average, you know, pixel arts really. You know, like a pixel art kind of thing, like not like a really massive big pixel art, kind of like a I've done the Intel logo. I've done Plankton from SpongeBob, and then I also did a car with a person sat inside of it. Whereas Ant, he's done like massive detailed dogs, and he's done like the guy from Assassin's Creed, you know, which kind of in a way gets you a bit more. So yeah, look, you can see here, Noreen's door isn't opposite Martin's door. Because this is actually Martin's house in real, in like the real part drive, and it still is right now. And this is where Martin's door's always been. So Noreen's door used to be about here, and then Noreen had a garage which used to sit about here, I think. So all we really need to do is get the same block colour as this, because she had this colour for the house. We just make a square wall, and then possibly about sort of 2-3 blocks after the garage across the road, we put the door in. We just do a window next to it, and I think there was also a window here when it was Noreen's house, because Billy had a little computer room. When Billy and Lisa came, they had a computer room where they could go and surf the net. Yeah. Let's have a look. Where are we? No, not here, because I still want to put the tree here at Christmas. No, not there. Like, that's one place. That's one place I wouldn't recommend putting just because it's somewhere to put the tree at Christmas when Park Drive goes through the Christmas area. Wow, there's still all the snow up here. Look, we didn't get rid of the snow from. If you want, we didn't get rid of it because we weren't filming up here, so we didn't particularly. We didn't need to get rid of it. We just went as far as the church when we filmed the funeral episode. Let's think a venue place. Where could you do a venue place? I'm trying to think. It probably won't be part of Park Drive though, because this is all like not part of Park Drive. If you get what I mean, like this is all a completely like different area, like a different house and estate in a way. So where could we do this? We need to have a think about things. I don't think there's going to be anywhere what keeps it in Park Drive, if I'm totally honest, because like a lot of it gets quite far out. I would say here, but there again, I think there's a car park for this what needs to be built. But that looks like the only place that would keep it in Park Drive, because this is this is the commercial part of Park Drive. Like you've got the doctors, you've got the gym, you've got the auto place, you've got the police station, you've got the pills pharmacy. Oh, I bet I know where you are. You on about this with all the sponges? Oh, someone put fire spreads on ages ago, and all the coal started burning, but I just haven't filled it back in because I couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered. But yeah, I'm glad that you're good for PD, Ben. We're gonna try and go ahead with it today. Unlike Tuesday, because I had to go and babysit on Tuesday, which was well, I won't call it babysitting. I just had to go and watch my sister, because pretty much my stepmom works on a Tuesday and a Friday. And one of my stepsisters had gone to dance class, because she goes to dance class, and my dad had to go and pick her up, but there wasn't a car seat in the van, and he didn't have a car at the time, because he'd been without a car after someone like ran into him and wrote it off. So it was kind of like you couldn't leave someone that young on her own. There was another one of my stepsisters there, but I don't think they trusted her to look after her. Like, she was like sitting upstairs and probably won't come downstairs. So I had to go. Literally, I got phoned about 15 minutes before Park Drive was due to start, when we were due to start recording, and I had to go. And I didn't think I'd get back in time, because I weren't sure how long he was going to be, like picking her up. If he'd get talking to anybody, or if he had to call round by any shops to get any like food or anything, that type of thing. We wasn't sure like when my stepmom would get back from work. You know, like it depends how long, because she's a cleaner, you see. So it depends how long she was cleaning for. So I didn't know if I'd be back till like after 9 or before 9. And when it gets to like after 9, because I go into a quiet mode at 10 anyway, it just made it like pointless starting the part drive, which was a bit gutting because I had 2 weeks of not being able to record any episodes, and then I come back online. I'm pumped. I'm ready to do it. I had sort of plans to get it going. Yeah. There is a car park in here. Like, this is meant to be a turning in point, yeah. To be honest, I guess we just changed this back to coal. Like, you know. I'm guessing, like, we make this coal for, like, a turning in point. That should be good. Power drive has changed so much. Like when you think of like shows like Emmerdale, like 15 years ago, it's hardly changed as the set. Like, you've still got the wall pack, obviously. The only thing that's really changed in Emmerdale, like, over the time is the David shop. What's David's shop now? Because that originally, like, back in the 90s was like an antique place, and then it literally stayed like nothing for ages, and then I believe I believe that like round 2009 it turned into a shop when the Wilds opened it. Um, but like, but when you think of like Park Drive, like houses have been knocked down and rebuilt, cafes have opened, apartments have built. Hi, Super Dodge. Shops have changed, like a whole 1-story shop has changed and been made a 2-story. A set of public toilets have been knocked down and a house has been built. Oh, they're gone now. It's a house now. So much changes in Park Drive. Like, oh, what's what? Where are you? Oh, that was Paul's building yard, but I think Ant's changing it to something else because they're getting rid of the business. Um, do you have the map room trophy? Oh, sorry. No, I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Sorry, I was talking to someone who was in our chat party. No, I don't think I do. I don't really go for trophies, to be fair. Getting the trophies, like, in Minecraft for me, I don't really, like, I don't really, I don't really see, like, what you're really getting from it. Whereas, like, because the thing with, like, Minecraft is, say, like, you build something like this. No, I haven't. Say if you build something like this, you can invite people and you can show them. And it kind of feels more like when they see something that you and your friends have built and they're like, whoa, cool, you built all of this. You feel more achieved rather than saying like, oh, I got all the trophies in Minecraft. You know what I'm saying? Like, loads of people do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas like something like this, like, people can actually like fly about and look at what you've done, look at what you've made. Whereas like the trophies, like, it's not really gonna benefit you, is it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, for example, like, someone could join your map, tour it, film it, upload it, and it could get like absolutely massive. But getting all the Minecraft trophies isn't really gonna do anything. Do you know what I mean? I need that achievement, and then I complete. Fair enough. But no, it doesn't really interest me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same with like completing GTA and stuff like that. Like, telling people like you're not getting anything from it, are you? Like, you can do it in here if you like. I think in this gap, but you can't go like past here, because this is still part of the yard. But yeah, you can do it. Where's that? I can't even see you. Oh yeah, you've got sort of up until this fence, and then you've got like behind these buildings, but not like right close to them, because I might add like little back bits to them. I have explored 9 maps. Fair enough, but I guess I didn't explore every single pixel. Possibly not. Well, I'm gonna go Baba. Is that all you really came to say? I just came to say hello. So there we go. There you are. There it is. So yeah, I was one happy bunny yesterday, guys. Now, you guys may or may not know that in my backyard, I've got like a shed set up. See ya. It's like a studio setup. It's got like speakers in there. It's got like a mixer. It's got microphones on microphone stands. Because I'm a rapper / MC, if you didn't know. And I've got like a record player with like 900 vinyl records. Because I take music really seriously. Anyway, however, my stepmom had a spare TV, like a spare small TV. That like she didn't use anymore, like a little 25-inch Samsung, maybe even a bit less, and pretty much they didn't want it, so they said, will I have it? So I said, yeah, you know what, I'll have it. I might find a use for it in my shed. And recently I've been wanting to play CDs in the shed, but I've wanted the CDs to come through the speakers, so like you can get like the good sound quality like of your CDs, because I go to like a cheap CD shop called The Entertainment, and you can pick up like 6 CDs for a fiver, 3 CDs for a fiver, 8 CDs for a tenner, and some of them are like 3-disc CDs, and they do like loads of good, like the classic CDs, like like say like Ministry of Sound, the annual 2006. They do loads of CDs, like from all different genres of music. Yes, and pretty much I've been wanting to play my CDs through my speakers, and I finally had the idea of taking my PlayStation 2 down into my shed, so I could go ahead and play my CDs through them. Because you can play a CD on a PS2, which I'm sure you guys are all aware of. And I was thinking, how could I do this? Like, how am I going to get the sound to go through the thing? So I put an aux cable into the TV, and that didn't work. And then it finally dawned on me. Now, obviously, you guys know that PS2s take AV leads, don't they? So you have your yellow, which, puts the picture on your screen, and then the red and the white is for the sound. So instead of putting the red and the white in the TV, I put the red and the white from the PS2 into my mixer, and then I have my other red and white in my mixer, which then feeds back out and goes into the speakers. And well up, I had the sound. So now when I put the PS2 on in the shed, whether I'm playing Grand Theft Auto on there or whether I'm just playing a CD, I've got the sound coming through the speakers, and it's absolutely amazing. Like, you would never, like, it's so sick. And I've got a little telly in there as well to like play games on and stuff, which is actually, it's pretty cool. Only thing is I won't be able to do it with ps4, unfortunately, because they don't take the old AVs, but it works good. And the sound's good. I can play CDs, which was my main achievement, and it's actually really sick. So, we're all good that way. And we've got stuff happening, which I'm, very, very pleased about. That these things are happening, and it just made me happy because I felt like I achieved something. I went out there and did something and made something work, which was which is quite good. I haven't been out there in the shed today. I didn't have time. But it's quite good in there. It's a good place. I enjoy it. I can just go out there and chill out, especially when I don't want to be online all the time. Like sometimes it's nice to just go out there, play a bit of music, practice on my keyboard, practice a few a bit of MCing. Here's Ant himself. Ant, have we got Anti-Blood? Is he gonna go on his pixel art world?
Hello, people.
Yo, Ant, are you going on your pixel art world?
Shut your face, you gay boy.
Yeah, you going in your pixel art world, Ant?
Yeah, I might do.
Because I'll have a joint. I want to show these people the things that I built, but I want to show them the things that you built.
Yeah, you didn't see my last one, did you, Ash?
No, and I want to build some new ones as well, because yesterday got me in a pixel art mood, actually. I mean, like, I used to build pixel arts before, and I had a pixel art world, but I didn't, I think someone griefed it, and I just gave up on it. Who's this? Jesus, who's this geezer?
Sam KO, David Pet KO. Okay.
How many names? How many names do you need, Sam David?
I think he wants to be I think he wants to RKO.
Yeah, he just sent me a friend request as well.
Oh.
And yeah, so some of you guys may not know this, but one of the people in Emmerdale, Sandy, the really old person, he's actually had a dispute. He's actually had a dispute and complained at Emmerdale. He's actually complained at Emmerdale and he's actually quitting the show next week. I don't know, like, it's been flying about, like, all over the news. But if you guys don't know, he's 90 years old, and he still acts on Emmerdale. Well, he is going to do up until next week, I think, when he leaves. And pretty much what's gone down is he wasn't since his son, Ashley, died. I don't know if you know when they did the big dementia storyline thing. Since Ashley left when they killed that character off, Sandy, the person who plays Sandy, wasn't getting enough storylines. So literally, what he had to do was he had to travel 3 hours a day. He had to book himself into a hotel to go into Emmerdale, and pretty much sometimes all he would do was read 3 lines. So pretty much like he'd pay for a hotel, he'd travel 3 hours from his hotel to Emmerdale to basically read 3 lines off of a script and then go home, and he'd have to travel the 3 hours again. So pretty much he's complained and he's leaving the show as of, I think, next week or the week after. And according to Emmerdale, they begged him to stay, and they offered to give him another 12-month contract on the show. But he's leaving, apparently. Which, to be honest, when you watch the show, you don't actually see him that much as you used to do. And when you do see him in the show, he is usually sat down. So I probably think he is getting a bit old and past it, really. Like, I mean, come on, if he's 90 in real and he still travels 3 hours a day, twice, so that's like 6 hours a day just to read 3 lines off a script. Like, wouldn't that pee you off? Like, if you were travelling all that time just to read 3 lines off a script, like, which that could be one scene an episode when you think about it. Like, he could like say 3 lines off of a script in one scene. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then that's it, that's him done. And then sometimes he wouldn't be in like another episode for like maybe a couple of days, maybe even a few weeks, and then they'd call him in again, and then all he'd do is like read a couple of lines off a script, which I think that'd pee me off, if I'm completely honest with you.
No.
I think that'd pee me off, really. You know? Just going in to do only that. Yeah, forget that, man. Jesus Christ, forget that. What time are we on? Let's have a look. Jesus, it's nearly 6:30. I'll be ending this stream here soon, because I'm going to stream again at 7:30 for the live announcements for the Blackpool Festival. Before we start Park Drive. They're announcing them at 7:45, so hopefully they won't be late this time. But I've been speaking to the actual festival page itself through messages and stuff like that, so I think it's all going to go ahead. I just was checking with my tickets and stuff like that, because you buy a ticket on Skiddle and you can either like print them off or show them on your phone, and we printed them off, but I didn't know if there was like a certain way you had to print them off, like a certain size, or like, do you know what I mean? Like a certain way you had to do it, or a certain thing you had to show. So like I was just making sure that we printed it off right, stuff like that, because I prefer to show a paper ticket than have it on your phone. Then I can just queue up, show my ticket, show my ID, bada bing bada boom. And they were just asking like who I'd like to see on the lineup, so pretty much I pretty much told them who I'd like to see, but I told them I wasn't that fussy, so pretty much I just showed them a picture of the ticket and said, got my ticket, I printed it off, is that okay to show? They put yes of course, and then they put a massive whoop, because I bought my ticket obviously, so they know that I'm giving them profit and I'm going to their show. So then I put good, see you in July, and buzzing for the lineup tomorrow. But I think, yeah, I've spelt that wrong. So then they put a thumbs up and said, who are you hoping to see on the lineup? So I put Shades of Rhythm would be ace to see them, but I would like to see some good classic house DJs and a few bounce/hardcore DJs. So Andy Whitby isn't on his own dropping bounce. To be honest, I just don't know. There's so many people are loving the house and dance music. I can't think, but I soon will be able to see for myself. And then they just literally put like, you will be happy, I think. So they seem sure that, like who's on the lineup, but we'll find out at 7:45 tonight. It's kind of exciting / nerve-wracking. We already know phase 1 and phase 2. What's going to be, I think they're announcing Fridays, so like I think, because right now all we know is like, because Back to the Old Pool is actually like just Saturdays, but Blackpool Festival is hosting a Friday as well, which is like more dance music and stuff like that, so as well as a kids' day on Sunday where like cartoon characters, people get dressed up and stuff like that, for a day for little kids. But not my day. I only paid for the 2 days. I paid £86 something to go, because I did things like so I could get a refund on my ticket, and I did some other stuff as well where it was just like 10p extra. It was just like a couple of quid extra, and yeah.
£86.
Yeah, for Friday and Saturday.
Jesus Christ.
It was well worth it. Well, the thing is, with our internet getting cut off, the Saturday's first release tickets, which were cheaper, they all sold out. So obviously they re-released them, but more in price. So, but yeah, pretty much that's it's the way it goes. And then I've also got to pay another 40 quid just after, that because the Scarborough Open Air Theatre is doing like an IB for Weekender, but it's like with an orchestra. So like all the IB for like melodies like like Faithless, Insomnia, like Cafe Del Mar, like Robert Miles and Children. They're all like gonna be done as like an orchestra, like all like violins and stuff like that. And I also think Pete Tong's gonna be there as well, which it's gonna be good. That's gonna be interesting and stuff like that. And we're just gonna see how it goes. I wanted to go to one of the Clubland Live weekends because they look quite sick. I saw one of them today, and the Blackout Crew's there. Like I didn't even know they were still like a thing, like doing like gigs together. Like I thought they'd completely finished. Like that's so sick. Like that they're still together. I thought they'd like totally finished. Like, geez, their songs back in the day, like, put a donk on it. Jeez. Yeah, well, I'm talking like when I was a kid, you know. I'm talking.
To be fair, Dom, when you do get to the age of 20, you think, fucking hell, I'm old.
Yeah, I do actually. I'm 20.
No, he ain't.
No.
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 I'm just 20.
I am indeed. It does feel like.
No, I know what else it is as well. It's called living with old people.
Yeah, it is
back
as
in the
well.
day, it is.
Yeah, they do actually.
Especially his granddad.
Yeah, well, when I say back in the day, I think like sort of 10 years ago, because like that is back in the day for me. But when they say back in the day, they mean like 30, yeah, no, they're like 30, 40 years ago. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Hi J's Toys reviews, like back in my granddad's day, like he had to do his 2-year national service working for the Queen.
Yes.
And stuff like that, They know they're back in the days. It's alright, because one of my uncles was born in the 20s.
Huh?
Yeah. And he's still going today. And he still drives as well. Yep. He is. He's my nan's sister's husband.
That don't make him your Uncle Ash.
I've always called him uncle.
Yeah, you might have called him uncle, but he's not blood related.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Anyway, I've always called him uncle, so But yeah, anyway, he was around in the 20s. Like, I have another, let's say, non-blood related uncle who was also born in the 30s. Are you in the pixel art world, Ant?
Yeah.
Right, I'm coming on now. Ah, I already clicked exit. It's just saving, I think. Hi J's Toys Review. Lol. Right, let's see if it lets me in. Let's do this. I need an invite then, Ant.
Hang on. Who was that?
What?
Was it? Why didn't they come in? Just had the police here. Did they tell him off?
Well, they didn't tell him off, he started crying. Well, you know it's trouble, matey, but it's just next time. Because he's now gone and told them that he was at the film club. He wasn't.
He wasn't.
I asked David's mum.
Ooh, you're in for it.
And if you're ever at the film club, you need to get the school to ring your mum and let your mum know where you are.
He's full of shit. He wants a film club. No, not you, mate.
Saturday the 10th. Who's Mike Skinner? Where does this... Why does Mike Skinner ring a bell? No clue. Ooh, Creamfields. There's a thing here for Creamfields. Just announced Steelyard London. Who we got? Tiesto, Steve Angelo, Faithless DJ set. Not bad, to be honest. I wouldn't mind doing Creamfields one year, but I won't be able to do it this year with me going to the Blackpool Festival. Like, it's one or the other, like,
what?
You know.
I don't know, Kelly. Hang on a minute, mate.
Yeah, I need an invite, Ant.
I just invited Josh.
Oh, did you? Yay, I'm joining now. Let's... Oh, I think it might let me in first time. Let's hope so. Yes, yeah. It did as well. Alright, guys. So these are the pixel arts in the map. So I'll start off by showing you ants because, you know, ants are sick. So first of all, ants started with this A. I think he is eventually gonna... eventually do the whole... his whole name. I mean, like, look at this. Look at this person. This must have been what he was doing yesterday.
You didn't know that is Ash?
No, not...
Michael Jackson Ash.
That's it. I knew it rang a bell. But there it is anyway. And then we've also got this dog. I mean, like, look at this dog. Like, holy smokeroonies. Look at this tiger though. Like, that tiger, that's got to be my favourite. Then you've got the Assassin's Creed guy. So now we'll go on to show you what I made. So I've made the Nutella jar. You can see here I've made the Nutella jar, which is quite cool. We've got Plankton off of SpongeBob. We've got a car, so you can see here that there's a car look. Depending on like which way you look at it, depends on like which side the steering wheel's at. So if it's like the UK side, or do you know what I'm saying? I think. I don't know, possibly not. But yeah, we got a car here, look, which I did. Little dude sat in it. I've got plans to do more cars in pixel art and stuff like that, but it's quite good. Then we've got the Intel logo. I did the Intel logo, looks quite cool. And then I also did the 1UP logo with the coffee cup. And that's all I've done in here so far. Hey, we're on a pixel art world now, by the way. So pretty much, I'm just going to build some more pixel arts, really, when I see them.
Fuck you. See the Michael Jackson one over there?
But I mean, like, compared to mine. Mine aren't that bad. It looks like a Nutella jar. Listen in it. So yeah, let's have a look what else we can do, guys.
Fucking hell, man.
Oh yeah, because that really looks good. No, what I'm looking at, like, pixel arts I can do. Yeah, yeah, but they're boring. Like,
That's really itching my ears. Kelly, Kelly, what's she listening to?
car pixel arts.
Get it off! It's hurting my ears.
Ha, that would work well as a car. Pixel art. Yeah, let's build it. It's nice and simple, I guess.
Aww. Dom, you're an arsehole. You are an arsehole.
It don't bother me, to be honest. No, it's not. It's not necessarily true. You Nugan. You probably will anyway.
1, 2, 3.
And how are you more active? Like, please do share.
Yeah, yeah, please do share.
You know. How are you? No, we don't. I don't think he does. Oh yeah. Because I highly doubt what with other men in the ring.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe not.
I think so.
And then little Dom got a little pecker on. Like that, tits. Yeah, hang on. Oh, put it away. Yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2. I'd have been like that. I'd have been like that. Carry on, love. One, two, three.
Yeah, this is you know. I think we gotta carry this one on though, like this. There we go. And then there should take that up to there, perhaps. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll have this as a double one.
The Avengers sign. Well, it will be. What? Yeah.
There we go.
There was a giraffe. There was a big giraffe there, but it
It's
looked shit
not.
and I burnt it down.
It's not the best thing, but it's done. It was. I've not looked at it yet. It was small.
Hey, Ash.
What?
Ash. You know you was on about it being small.
Yeah.
They weren't joking.
Oh, no, I was on about what I just built.
Oh, the car over there.
Hey, that'd be quite cool to build.
Anything, Kelly, I'm not bothered.
That's cool. That'd be quite.
Brilliant.
Is he? Is there any wonder? Because he don't like certain people what joins. I'm not saying.
No, not you.
Not necessarily, no.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2.
You can say that again.
I'll just let it blow in my head, I shall do.
I do. I do.
I'll
Don't-
just get him back as a shut up, you dickhead.
Do you? So which one goes to the loo? Which one goes to the loo first?
Great.
No, you and Nugan. Right, I'm leaving this one here anyway, guys, because I can. And even if I don't want to leave it here, I can still leave it here. And yeah. But nah, I mean seriously, if I were here, I don't know what you'd do without me. If I were here, I'd be somewhere else. Yeah, so we'll catch you in a Beazle.